بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Last time we were talking about hot ritual shower, which is the shower that we use after getting some ritual filth. So we have written some scenarios on the WhatsApp group. Those are 5 scenarios. So we'd like to start with them before we go for the next chapter's discussion for them. So can anybody please remind me of the situation or the scenarios? Can anybody remind me?
Sure. The first scenario is ministration and ghusl.
What?
Ministration and ghusl.
Administration and ghusl.
Yes.
No, what was the scenario?
One moment, let me go to the scenario. The scenario, first scenario, she got ministration for 10 days. When is ghusl obligatory on her?
Yes. We were discussing last time that menstruation for sisters comes on every month, and after it is done, she is obliged to make ghusl. Okay, and now the sister has got it like for 10 days. Okay, so we have to know the duration of that. I mean, like the specific duration that can that afterwards, she should or she must go and make the ritual ghusl. So menstruation itself has 3 degrees. First, the least of it the medium of it, and number 3, the most of it. So the least of it according to what the scholars have said is qatra. What does qatra mean in English? It means even a slight drop. A slight drop. So even if it drops only a single time for a month and it stops, so after making sure the drop finished, the bleeding stopped, so she should start to make the ritual shower. Okay? The drop may be like a moment, it can take like an hour. Okay? And the medium of it is 3 days. This is the medium of it. Okay? So after 3 days, if bleeding stops, so she can still make the ritual shower. The most of it is and the most of it, according to Imam Shafi'i, is 7 days, and according to Imam Abu Hanifa, is 10 days. Okay. So, according to Imam Shafi'i, if she got 10 days of bleeding and bleeding stopped and the menstruation stop. So she must make a ritual bathing. Okay. And for Imam Abu Hanifa, he extended it to 10 days. So, according to Imam Shafi'i, after 7 days, if she already got some blood for 7 days, he said, what comes after the 7 days is istihada, not hayd. Istihada means it is more bleeding than menstruation. Menstruation, it has a character. The blood of it has a character. It's not like a normal blood. The normal blood, we know where the normal blood is, and the description of it. I mean, it's a red blood. It's a red and fluid, right? The menstruation blood is thick and dark red, thick and dark red, and odorous. Thick and dark red and odorous. So this is the description of the menstruation. So we said, if she passed 7 days, the other days are going to be a bleeding, a normal bleeding, not a menstruation. So she should make a ritual shower after 7 days, even if the blood will stop. For Imam Abu Hanifa, he said, okay, 10 days. After 10 days, if even the blood will stop, so it's going to be istihada and not a hayd. Okay. So what we got in this scenario is she got 10 days. She got already 10 days. Okay. So should she making the ritual shower in 10 days or 7 days? We say roughly 10 days. Okay, so that she could be in no doubt, and nothing can disturb her. Imagine you are doing it in 7 days, and you have to wait to 10 days. If she is 100% sure that she stopped in 7 days, she could be in a sin if she wait for those etc. 3 days without any need, because she is asked to pray. How can she pray without making the ritual bathing? So it stands actually from one to another. From one to another. Sometimes we got some sisters who got just a single job, and sometimes for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It stands on the habit itself. So what is habitual? Everyone knows what is habitual and what applies. Okay, yes. So she is fine if she waits like 10 days with a reason. With the reason what? The reason is the bleeding didn't stop, and it is the blood of the menstruation, not a normal blood. Okay, she can continue to 10 days. More than 10 days, no. More than 10 days, she should make ghusl and start prayer. Okay, and the Prophet ﷺ, I think in one of the hadith that Aisha radiallahu anha, she was talking to the Prophet ﷺ as like she was bleeding, and the Prophet ﷺ asked her how many days now, like since this started, and she counted the days, and it was like more than I think 10 days. Then the Prophet ﷺ guided her that okay, make a ritual bathing now, and continue praying and all of the stuff. Okay, and try to visit a physician or somebody who can help you. Okay, so this was the first scenario. Can I get the second scenario? Muhammad, you had this before?
I have this
Okay. Can anybody help us in the second scenario, please?
Yes.
Yes.
The second scenario is he got some traces of sperm on his garment, but he discovered it later. When ghusl is obligatory on him, and how can he manage the prayers he's already done?
Listen. Sperm on his garment. So he noticed that there is a sperm in his garment or in his clothes. And he discovered it later. Maybe after some hours, maybe even after some days, maybe even after some days. He didn't notice it. Okay? So what does it mean? It means that he did have a dream. Okay? He did have a dream, and this happened at night. Which night? And which sleep? Which night and which sleep? Here, the fuqaha said. Here, the fuqaha said it should be ascribed to the latest sleep. It should be ascribed to the latest sleep. So, upon seeing the spot, upon seeing the sperm into your garment, the first time to think about is what was the last time did I sleep? So if you notice that, for example, Asr time, and the last time that you wake up in the sleep was after Fajr, okay? So you ascribe it to that time. What does it mean again? Again, you have to make a shower, ritual shower immediately, and to clean the place, and then to start to redo all the prayers that had been missed since the time that you discovered the spot, back to the last time of your sleep. Okay? So here, Asr, discover the sperm on the spot, the sperm spot. Okay, and then here, Fajr, sleeping. Okay, so all the prayers that are between Fajr and Asr must be redone, must be replayed. Okay, why? Because those prayers have been done in unritual status. He was not ritual. I mean, like, he was not ready to make the prayer at that time. So he should redo or replay all that, all those prayers. Okay. What if he discovered that Isha, or even late at the night? So he should redo all the prayers that he or she has missed around the day since the last sleep. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can we get scenario number 3?
Yes. Scenario number 3, he got a wet dream after Fajr or Friday. What kind of ghusl should he be doing? Specify and illustrate.
Okay. Listen, it is Fajr of Friday. Fajr of Friday. When he discovered that he got a wet dream. So he is actually he is bound by making obligatory ghusl and it is Friday already.
Mm.
So Friday ghusl is what is recommended and sunnah. So the ghusl for Friday is sunnah, and the ghusl for this status is what is obligation. So he should be doing both. How can he do both? Can he do both in one?
Yes.
Or make one and one?
He can do both in one as long as he makes the intention.
Yes. Yes. You can get another one there. Okay. So you can grab a chair and sit down here. Yes, the fuqaha said we can duplicate the intention. Okay, we can duplicate the intention of a fard and sunnah together. How? I must now do an obligatory ghusl and sunnah ghusl. Can I do both at the same time? Yes. Okay, let me speak like, in some other ways. Now I'd like to go to the masjid, and now I have made wudu, and there is a sunnah 2 rak'ah after wudu, and there is a sunnah 2 rak'ah once I get into the masjid, and there is also a sunnah that I have to do for dhuhr, for example. So those are different kinds of sunnah. Have I to pray 3 multiplied by 2, I mean like 6 rak'ah, 2 for everyone, for every kind of sunnah, or I can gather all of them together by intentions, multiplying the intentions itself for the single sunnah. The fuqaha said this was the behavior of the Sahaba alayhim, and that's why they have outstripped us. He said, the Sahaba alayhim, by taking even a single step, they used to take an intention for each and everything they do, okay, and multiplying the intention. Now, for example, I'd like to go to the masjid. So I'd like to go to the masjid because I'd like to pray, because I'd like to make difference, because I'd like to help others if I can, because 1, 2, 3. So multiplying the intention can give you, more fruits. So gathering all the intentions together, it's good. Okay. So yes, you can. He can, inshallah, do the obligatory ghusl and ghusl sunnah for the Friday together in the same session without any need to replay it or to make it twice. Okay. If somebody, for example, I have missed Salat al-Dhuhr, regarding the intention, multiplicity of the intention itself. So I have missed Salat al-Dhuhr, and the sunnah before Dhuhr is 4 rak'ah. The sunnah before Dhuhr is 4 rak'ah, Salat al-Dhuhr is 4 rak'ah. Can I do them together? No, you can't. No, you can't, because those are different levels. There is a level of obligation for dhuhr, okay, which is obliged per se. I mean, like in itself, we cannot, like multiply the intentions here. Dhuhr must be done as dhuhr, and sunnah must be done as sunnah. Here is something different. Here is something different. Okay, we can still multiply the intentions here, but we cannot multiply the intentions there for Salat al-Dhuhr, for example.
Question.
Yes.
So just for clarity, so are you saying that to multiply my intentions to receive more barakah, after making wudu, the sunnah 2 rak'ah
Yes.
and then the 2 rakah after I enter the masjid,
Yes.
and then what was the other,
Okay.
the other 2 rakah?
Okay. For those 2 rakah,
Yes.
you can make the intention for 2 rakah after ablution, and 2 rakah for tahiyatul masjid, and also another 2 rakah for example, qada al-haja, if you would like to ask Allah for a thing, or you can even also get a salatul istikhara, for example. So you can in those 2 rakah you can multiply like tens and tens of intentions. And this was, I said, this was the action of the Sahaba themselves.
So when you say I can multiply the intention, are you saying that I can combine those sunnah rakah and only pray 2?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Sure, yes.
I don't have to pray 2 at home after wudu, then 2 when I get to the masjid, and then another 2. I can combine all of them?
You can do whatsoever. I'm just giving you like an option, okay? If you'd like to involve tens and tens of intentions together, okay, to piece them together in the same 2 rakah, inshallah you can. Okay, as long as it is from the same kind, from the same kind of obligation.
Yes.
Is it like sunnah? Yes, sunnah. Okay, so this is actually the thing that we are facing in scenario number 3. Okay, can I get like scenario number 4?
Step 4. He missed Friday, so can he do it after us or Friday?
Sorry?
He missed Friday, so can he do it after us or Friday?
Yes, he made Friday also. Can he do it after Asr on Friday?
There is no need. It's sunnah before.
Yes. Yes, you have to do it actually between the starting of the night of Friday. The starting of the night of Friday. The best time to do it is after Fajr. After Fajr of Friday. So if you miss the sermon, so there is no reason, like, what are you making? You're making it for. So this is the main reason we are doing this also for. Yes. Number 5. Number 5.
She delivered a baby and no traces of postnatal bleeding at all. She tested herself for a couple of days, nothing goes out, and she do ghusl or should wait for. What is the ruling of the period that she wait to make sure of her decision?
Okay. So now she delivered the baby, and she didn't get any postnatal bleeding. Okay. Okay. Stop side talking. Again, the postnatal bleeding also applies here for the same levels, but once we come to the most of it is 40 days. 40 days for 40 days for the postnatal bleeding. Okay. So this is the most of it. So now she didn't get anything at all. What she has to do first, she has to verify. I mean, she didn't get even a single drop. So she has to wait just to make sure that that she is not even expecting any, any bleeding or anything to happen to her. Can you please help them get some chairs? Yes, okay. So she already didn't get anything, so she has to wait. To wait a little bit, maybe like 1 day, for example. Okay. So she can wait for even a single day to make sure. make sure that it is stopped, and there's nothing is expected to happen to her to get any other thing. Okay. So again, the scenario, can you please like tell me, like after the postnatal, she really didn't get anything.
Okay, so it's asking, since she didn't get anything, she tested herself for a couple of days and nothing goes out. Can she do ghusl or should she wait more?
No, she cannot wait more. She should be doing the verification itself for 1 day, 2 days, etc. That's it. So waiting more, I don't think is gonna be valid. Because also she will be asked to stop praying, touching the mushaf, doing any rituals, and this is actually this should be for a valid legal reason. Okay. If we have actually any, any disturbance in menstruation or, in postnatal, so the waiting period, it is between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to take care, especially about this waiting period. If I'm ready to pray Salatul Isha now, so it is a must on me to pray Salatul Isha now. Okay? If I'm 100% sure that everything is all fine, so I will do it. The Fuqaha even said, okay, it is now the last day of menstruation. I know that according to my habit, this is my last day. Okay? So my last day started like Isha time. So I'm already in Isha time. So, because Isha time is extended to Fajr, so it goes to the other day. So I'm still bound by Isha. So if I have a possibility to pray Isha time before Fajr, after making sure everything is all fine, yes, do it. Yes, do it. And any dilution or any delay, any more delay, just to verify it is stopped. This delay, as I said, it is out of the taqwa, like out of the taqwa, yes, oh Allah, I'm taking that time, that extra time to make sure. Okay, that extra time shouldn't take up or consume a large period. Okay, you can add like more hours, not more days. Okay, yes, some of the ladies, they got like some problems, some hormonal problems, and disturbance, ups and downs. Okay, in that especially taking care of the prayer system must be neat. Okay, so I have witnessed some, for example, some sisters who might say, you see, I get a period for like 7 days, and it stopped for a single 2 days, and then it comes again, and then it goes again, and then it comes again, and then it goes again. So we have to be very neat, especially in those preparations. Okay, so when it stopped, okay, I pray, I make ghusl, I pray. When it comes again, I stop and I start to calculate again. So this must be done. This was actually the assignment that we have from last time. As for today, inshallah, we'll be talking about one of the topics.
So you shake the scenario you was just thinking about, like when it stops, it comes for a few days, it stops for a few days, it comes back.
Again?
The last scenario that you were just speaking about, when the menstruation, it comes for a few days and then it stops.
It was postnatal. Oh, the last one.
Yeah.
The last one. Oh.
Yeah, and then it stops for a few days and comes back.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a regular menstrual, it sounds like a medical issue.
It is a medical issue, and sometimes, you know, like they go to visit a doctor, and they cannot fix it. It's not easy because, you know, it's related to some hormonal disturbance, you know, and this is not easy to, you know, to get it on the way. So anyways, punctuality. When can I stop? When can I start? This is so good. This is so, you know, like this is so required from all the girls to know. Okay. So you know, you have all, inshallah, you have all the support from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also from, okay, especially like reading in fiqh, inshallah, like eliminate all our minds together. Okay? This is an excuse, by the way, but if you have a single day to pray and you didn't pray, you have a possibility to pray, and you are not praying. So this is not, you know, this is a very serious thing, you know. Okay. Today, inshallah, we'll be talking about dry ablution. Dry ablution. Dry ablution هو التيمم. التيمم. Okay. We have ablution, which is with water, and we have dry ablution, which is the substitute of ablution. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said in the Quran that if we are not able to make ablution using the water, so we can use the dry ablution. So using the dry ablution, or making the dry ablution, it is different from making the ablution itself. Okay? Okay, Ali. Please be with me. Okay? So, dry ablution is substitute of ablution. What does it mean? It means that if you can make ablution, so you cannot make a dry ablution. If ablution applies for you, and you have the water and you have all the means to do ablution, you cannot go for dry ablution. This is the second stage if you cannot make ablution. Okay? So, second, those are only two strikes. One for the hands. Number two, strike number two for the face. Okay, and then number three, using earth. Using earth material. Okay. 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 So again, so those are two strikes. How do we do the dry ablution itself? So we strike. No, we don't do like that. We don't do like that. Okay. So the first strike, we strike to the earth. What does the earth mean? Not the floor. Not that normal floor. No, we go outside there, outside there, and we strike twice. Okay? So we strike twice on the head. Okay, the first strike, we make it for our hands. And then second strike, we make it for our face, done. You don't have to wash up your face with earth or with mud, or you know, like to bring some mud and to put it into your face. You don't have to do that. This is you know a very metaphorical way of what the right ablution is. Okay, again using earth material. So if you have that material, I mean, like if you have this material itself, and you keep it, for example, you have some, you keep it like for any purpose, you can use it. Yes, you can use it as long as it doesn't have any impure objects. Okay.
What if animals are living on it?
Thank you. This was the question. So the earth material, okay, shouldn't be mixed with any manure of animals. So to make sure that nothing impure is mixed with the earth itself. So it's a pure one. Okay, making sure by what? Smelling it, for example. If it's smelly, and there's like something for a dog or something for any animal that, okay, stop it, do not use it. Use another spot. Okay. When can dry ablution apply? This is good. Okay. When can dry ablution apply? When?
No water. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. When unavailability of water. Unavailability of water. Stop playing in that. Unavailability of water. The water is not even available. Okay. So being into a desert, water is not available. What I have to do? So you can go for dry ablution. Second is inability to use water. I am not able to use water for, listen, maybe it's for a medical reason. This is because most of us, especially boys, we got too many problems with this one. I was like praying, I was like playing on soccer, and then I fall down on my elbow, and now I have to put like to wrap my own elbow. So if I wrap my own elbow, can I still use water? Can I still make a normal ablution? Okay. Here is inability to use water. You are not able to use it. You're not able to use it because the place is the wudu organs are not ready, because it is covered, because it is broken, or listen, because it is extremely dangerous for me. Dangerous for me, I mean bodily speaking. One of the hadith is recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Amr, as I think he was the narrator, he said, one of the brothers came to us And he asked us a fatwa. And he said, actually, I have a wound into my skull here. And I am into a janaba. Means I must make a ritual shower. So, what do you guys suppose for me? He's like having a deep wound here, okay, and he must make a ritual shower. Ritual shower means ghusl, okay?
Just wash yourself with water.
Okay, listen. And then the narrator said the Prophet was not present. The Prophet was sleeping at the time, and we disliked to wake up the Prophet to ask him about it. Didn't we have told the guy? No, you don't have any exception. You have to make the ritual shower. Then he went to make the ritual shower, and then he died. And then the Prophet ﷺ told them, those who has given him that verdict, telling them, قَتَلْتُمُوهُ قَتَلَكُمُ اللَّهُ. You have killed him by your ignorance. Okay? This man, water is a villain, and he is a villain, but he is having a problem to touch the water. Okay, because of this wound. What he has to do? Okay, either he can, he can cover the place. If he can cover the place, I mean, like he can cover the place like with anything, hoodie or something. Okay, and start like to make masjid. Okay, to wipe over that spot, and then he can continue doing the ritual ghusl. Okay, for the whole of the body. Okay, or if he are not wholly unable to use the water in his body, so this is this inability can give him the concession to go for the dry ablution. Okay, so you have to determine the inability. You have to determine the inability. When I'm able, when I'm disabled. And what is the extent? The extent that I can use the excuse. Okay? Is it the inability is very high so that I cannot use the whole water, I cannot use water at all into my whole body? Or I can make an exemption of a spot that ails me, for example, my elbows or my hands or on my neck or whatsoever, so that I can cover it and I still can use the water and for the rest of my body. So you have to determine that. Everybody has to determine that. Okay? Yes. Okay, then number 3 is insufficiency of water. The water is not sufficient. The water is there, it is not sufficient. Okay, the water is not sufficient to be used for ablution or to be used for ghusl. Okay, let us say that now, for example, I'm into a trap. And we are inside the bush, and I have only 1 gallon of water. Okay, I'm going to stay for 1 more day. This gallon of water can only give me give me water for drink. That's it. So can I use that water for drink and for ablution? No. Water is not sufficient. Okay. Water is not sufficient. So we can go for the dry ablution. Okay, can we just decide by ourselves that, okay, we'd like now to go for dry ablution? No, it has some circumstances. It has some usages. First restriction is you must start to search for the water on all the levels with all the means that you have. So start the search at the right time. So for example, I have to start the search for the water in order to pray Dhuhr. So you have to start it as early. Okay, do not wait for the Dhuhr to come so that I can start the search. You must do the searching on all the levels. Going up here, up there, searching for a water well, searching for any port or any like any pond or any place that I can find the water in. After I miss home. What does it mean, miss home? First, the time for Asr is coming. And I'm very short in time. Last warning for you. كنت تبعد كده بعد اذنك اتفضل. ابعد ورا كده. ابعد ورا كده. ابعد ورا كده علي. Do not look down. Okay. So I have to start the search, and after missing the hole and time for Asr is coming, like some minutes to Asr, I start to make the ablution, the dry ablution. So I make the dry ablution as the last option, not as the first option. Or no, we are here in the bush and we don't have any meat. Have you tested it? Have you run after it? You have a car. You can access some other places. Have you done it? No. You have all of that, so you have to run off of any option available until you are exhausted and you have tried all the ways. Now you go for a dry ablution. Okay, he has done all of that. He did pray Dhuhr. Asr came, and now he has seen a big store of water, okay, somewhere very near. What he has to do? Can he replay Dhuhr again, or it is done? He already prayed Dhuhr with dry ablution. Okay, but now he got the water. Can we play the Dhuhr again? The Fuqaha said, if he would like to make it, it's okay. But he is not obliged to it. He's not obliged to it. Because the obligation itself has been raised by the dry ablution. Okay? But if he still have time, and Asr didn't come, yes, he has to repeat the prayer that he has already done with the dry ablution. Okay, dry ablution is not only for what's actually embedded in our mind that I'm into a desert in Saudi Arabia, I'm dying, I don't have water, so I have to make a dry ablution. No. It applies to many cases. For example, inability to use water. This is a very real-time case. Okay, this inability, you might be into a camping spot, and you don't have any means to heat up a water, for example, or it is a freezing weather, and you cannot have any meat. You only have here you have some snow. Yeah, that snow is water, but you don't have any meat to heat it. You don't have any meat to get the water, so you are technically unable to use the water. Okay, for a certain period. So yes, you can use a dry ablution if all the options are not available.
But if there's snow on the ground, how are you going to do dry ablution?
Sorry?
If there's snow on the ground, how are you going to do dry ablution?
There's no what?
If there's snow on the ground.
If there is snow on the ground? You see, okay. You remove the snow and then you start using it.
The snow is water.
Hmm?
It's gonna be, so if you move the snow in your hand, it's gonna get water.
Okay, I understand. But he is or she is unable to use it. For example, if you can able to use it in ablution, it's okay. But what if the ritual status can tell you have to make ghusl now? So can you use the snow on your body, rubbing your whole body? Can you use it? Can you afford it? You can. That's why I'm telling you. You have to go for the dry ablution. Okay, take off. Yeah, make the soil ready for you to use dry ablution. After you use all the options that can make the ablution. Okay. Yes.
What if you're bedridden? You say, Masalan, you're paralyzed in the bed, and you can't use water because you're paralyzed.
Yes.
You can't use dry ablution, but it's time for you to pray. You need to make wudu. How do you make wudu?
Okay. If somebody can help him or her to make wudu, it's perfect.
And if not?
If not, so he can make the tayammum, or she can make the tayammum.
But if he's paralyzed up,
If he is paralyzed and he cannot move, somebody also can make the tayammum for him. I mean, let's help him. MashaAllah, you see now, everybody's talking.
Can't you use like a
Yeah. Okay. Please listen to an expert because yes.
Can't you use a rock?
What?
What is it with the rock? Can't you use a rock?
Is it an earth material? It is an earth material. Okay. So earth material doesn't mean like a structure of a thing, like anything from the earth.
From the earth.
Okay. Yes. But not a grass, for example. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. So anyways, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us those concessions so that our life and our connection with Allah cannot stop. You see, we have even some levels to encourage us to make the prayer. If you are not able to stand, you can sit. If you are not able to sit, you can lie down. If you are not able to lie down, you can even use your eyeballs, making the prayer with the eyeballs. Yes, I'm telling you.
Is it also with the finger?
Huh?
With the finger?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes. I mean, yeah, you can whatever like organs that you can use, you can use them. So this tells us that the connection between us and Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is not only having one shape. Okay, because Allah knows that we might have like some casual ways or some casual scenarios in our life. You are sick, you are bedridden, you are facing something, you are not comfortable now to make a thing, or you got like a back hurt, or you got all of that. Okay, so all of that is actually in the Sharia itself, and it gives you concessions, inshallah, so that you can still make yourself, inshallah, connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? You still have